Yeah, hi sir. Hi guys. So here we'll discuss first multi-layer switch and apart from that inter-VLAN routing. And for inter-VLAN routing, first we'll give here some VLANs in between the switches. We'll configure here. I'm taking here two host, and for this PC two host you can assume like we can take as a multiple VLANs also. If you want you can take how many you require. So one more also. So how many PCs are available in this, we have that many VLANs you can assume. But in real time so many VLANs are available, so many VLANs, and each VLAN having the multiple users, that is depending on a department. So it's VLAN 10 and it's VLAN 20, and this one is a VLAN 30, and 10, 20 and 30. So first we'll configure in between the switches, and we'll discuss about some brief about some trunk, what is a trunk, and how we enable in between the switches. So first what I will do here, I should have to assign the VLANs first. VLAN 10, name as a HR, and VLAN 20, name as sales, and account. Exit from here and config terminal. Should just check the VLAN, show IP interface brief. So we are not assigned any interfaces. We haven't assigned IP addresses. Once we have the assigned some IP addresses, it will show. That is what SVI, Search Virtual Interface. If you are assigning some IP address to VLAN, that is we call it as a virtually we are assigning interface. Virtually we are assigning the interface, that is for whom, for switch. So VLAN brief, with this command we'll check the VLANs whichever we created till we haven't assigned any interfaces for this VLANs. So Nitin, now you tell me the configuration for, I want to assign for this is the this for interface for VLAN 10, for this interface for VLAN 20, and this interface for VLAN 30. So tell me the configuration, what I should have to do.
Like the commands you're talking about, right?
Yeah, commands.
So config T.
Configure terminal. Then
Yeah.
hmm,
Then fast Ethernet 0.3.
fast Ethernet.
Like from switch 1 to
It
PC
is
0
not taking. So first it will be interface fast
interface
Ethernet 0 by 1 first. VLAN
1.
10. We'll assign okay. Then so host in which link it which port we have to assign switch port mode, which port it's how many types of ports we have.
Access.
Two ports, access port and trunk port.
Trunk port.
So tell me what is the trunk port will do and what is the access port will do. Nitin, what is the difference? Trunk port and access port. Bhavana, tell me.
Uh, the trunk port will carry the tagged data, VLAN tagged data.
So mostly where will assign this access port and trunk port? Okay. Trunk port will carry the tagged data.
Yeah.
So guys, always it's a answer like simple answer. Access port will assign at host
VLAN.
end. Host end. Whichever our host
Host.
will
Okay.
assign access port always. And in between the two switches, two server or router or switch to server in between any L2 or L3 devices in between will assign trunk port. What is the reason for why we are assigning in between switches? Why we are assigning at host and at access? Rikvita,
Yes, Salim.
yeah, why we are assigning in between the host to switch?
Because access port it is assigned to single VLAN, so we only configure between the switch and end device.
Okay, then what about trunk port?
So trunk ports can carry multiple VLANs, so we'll configure between two switches or two routers like that.
It will be carry the multiple VLAN information. Good.
Yeah.
So guys, see here VLAN 10, VLAN 20, VLAN 30. Here we have VLAN 10, VLAN 20. Apart from that, we have a VLAN 30. So here we have a multiple VLAN, but in this port, only how many VLANs are available here to here? Only one
Just
VLAN.
one
So that
Only
is the
VLAN.
one.
reason. Exactly. That is the reason we are assigning access port in between host to switch. The host and it's a switch. In between host to switch will assign. Because access port always connected to host only. And trunk port will be carry the multiple VLAN information. That is the reason we are configuring in between switches. So firstly we'll configure it. I hope everyone got it. Switch port, access, VLAN, 10 for this PC and which mode, switch port mode, access and exit. One more interface, fast Ethernet, 0 by 2, switch port, access, VLAN, 20 and switch port mode is access. So two commands I'm giving here. First, I'm selecting the interface and assigning the VLAN Then next, assigning the mode. Make sure you should have to create before the VLAN. Otherwise, it won't take. I'll show you, I'll prove it. Make sure before you should have to create the VLAN.
Yeah. So in the last class also we did that
Yes.
thing.
So create the VLAN part. Just move here. Config terminal. After then, create the VLAN 10. If you can assign name, then that is next thing. Same, you can assign the name also. These things we did, and now for second interface, first Ethernet 0 is done, and interface fast Ethernet 0/3 the interface, and we'll configure switch port access VLAN 30 and switch port mode is access. Done from here. Zero by one switch port mode access and switch port access VLAN 10. Why we got error? Nitin,
Because we did not create the VLAN.
fine. Anyway, we got to show VLAN brief. Yesterday we discussed about it. Now create the VLAN 20 and VLAN 30. Exit from here and interface fast Ethernet 0/2 and switch port access VLAN 20 mode access and exit switch interface fast Ethernet 0/3 final interface, then switch port access VLAN 30 and switch port mode access. Exit from here, then use write command to save the configuration, and we'll assign the IP addresses to host. Wick 10 dot for 10 for this PC. This is a 10 and one is 10, but subnet will take 20. Subnet will take 20 and 20. for this PC. Statically, I'm giving the IP address 192.168.20.20. 192.168.20.1. Close it. 192.168.30.20. 192.168.30.1. Default gateway. This IP assignment is done. Try to ping same VLAN. It will ping or not. Any answer, ping or not. If I'll try to ping from 20 to 20 and 30 to 20, say 30 VLAN to 30 VLAN and 10 VLAN to 10 VLAN. It will work or not? Anyone? It will work or not? Any answer? Yes or no? It will work or not?
No.
So tell me what I should have to do here.
They didn't configure the trunk port, right?
Trunk actually.
Okay, fine. So we'll configure the trunk port. In which interface?
In FA04.
Which port? Mode? Trunk.
Trunk.
Okay. So switch port, trunk, and here a load VLAN it will be show.
Yeah.
You can give command also a load VLAN, how many VLANs you can assign, those many in words 10 or 20 you can assign it. That is your task. Do in your own way. What I mean to say here, switch port. So just enter switch port fast Ethernet 0/4 first, then switch port, trunk, a load VLAN, how many which VLANs you can write. Give the word name or all. All means and every VLAN will be assigned. It will be accepted. But in packet tracer, this command will not work. I have tried, but this command is not work. I have given the all VLANs. We'll check. So switch port, mode, trunk. That's now tell me it will work. I have saved the configuration. Do right. I'm free. No, sir. Anyone can answer it. It will work. No, I'll try to ping from same VLAN to same VLAN. It will work or not?
Yes.
I think it will work.
It will
92,
work.
160. Yes, we'll try it. Yes, it is working. And 10 to 10 is pinging, and 50 to 10. It's working fine. And 30 to 30. 192, 168, 32. IP address is 20. VLAN 30 IP address is 20 for this PC. Yes, it's working. Now tell me if I'll try to ping from different VLAN. The task is different VLAN.
No, it will not work.
Okay, then what I should have to do here?
We need to put layer 3 device like routers. We need to add one router.
Ping 192.168.20.10. It is available in same LAN network. Even if same LAN network also, it is not being request time out. If you are trying to ping from different location, this PC to this PC, so this PC to VLAN 10 to VLAN 20. It's also not working. So the require is here we need any router or any L3 switch, multi-layer switch. So for that, so this port is not required now in between two switches. So I'm removing that port. So here switch is there and this one also switch. So tell me the which cable I should have to take, which cable, which media.
Crossover cable.
Okay. For switch configuration part, so configuration dialog. So I don't want to configure each and everything step by step process. The meaning for this only. If you are giving yes means we'll ask more thing. So enable config terminal. Now tell me first what I have to do here. I'm creating the VLAN first. VLAN 20. VLAN 30. I'll check. Show VLAN brief. I have created the 3 VLANs. So the interface is required to assign here for this VLANs. So that is only switch virtual interface. Whichever we created VLAN will configure the IP address for that VLAN. Config terminal interface fast Ethernet. Sorry, interface VLAN 10. It's a virtual interface actually. It is a virtual interface. So VLAN stands for
Virtual local area network.
that is what virtually we are creating the interface now. Though sports are by default up only. Changed status up. Those virtual interfaces up only, not at down. If you want check, show IP interface brief. So we created now VLAN 10. The port is up only. We have not assigned the IP address, unassigned. So once we'll assign the IP address for that interface, then our task is done. Interface VLAN 10. So IP address 192.168.10. 1. I have given the default gateway for every PC. Same thing. That is the reason I am taking this interface, this IP address. And subnet, I have taken 24/24. And exit from here. And interface VLAN 20 will assign the IP address for this interface. IP address 192.168.20.1 255.255.255.0. No shutdown. If you need, you can use, otherwise no issue. And interface VLAN 30 and IP address 192.168.30.1 255.255.255.0 and exit from here. Write the command. So IP interface brief. We created the 3 interfaces, virtual interfaces, and we assigned the IP address. This is what? SVI, switch virtual interface. Now tell me, now it will be reachable? It will be reachable for same VLAN to different VLAN and same VLAN to same VLAN.
I think yes.
Everyone. Yes or no, no issue, but
Yes, yes.
okay, we'll try to pin. Now 192.168.20.20. The PC is 10 to 20 VLAN 20, the different location. No, it's not pinging. Now check the
We
same.
didn't create the sub interfaces.
What sub interfaces? Where? That is router
If,
agnostic method actually.
oh,
That is for router agnostic method.
for multi-layer switch, we don't need any sub interface. So
No, not that. Which interface is in between connected? Fast Ethernet
switch to
0x4
switch,
and
FA01.
yes, interface names 04 and 01. The 04 is trunk is enabled. So check here. So interface trunk dynamically negotiation is done. Dynamically negotiation is done. Show interface trunk DTP. With the help of DTP, the negotiation is done. We'll discuss now. Next topic. Think about it. Any configuration change I should have to do in this switch? By default, it's a switch, right? So switch always act as like routing, sorry, it's act as like switching device. Act as like always, it's a switching device. it will not perform the routing. So if I want to perform the routing to, I should have to make for this, I have to make it as a L3. In L3 only different networks can communicate, but the switch now acting as like, this is switch only, it's acting as like switching device. It is acting as like switching device. So for that, go to CLA mode, configure terminal, use IP routing command. By default, switch all the interfaces are, if you want to check, show IP route. So we are not getting any routing here. So configure routing. Only one line command. Now we are getting the routing information. Earlier, just now, we haven't get the routing information. ICMP redirect cache is empty. No routing information is there. Now we are getting the routing information. Show IP interface brief with this command. Which interfaces we have created, which IP addresses we are assigned to them. So these are the interfaces. These are the interfaces. These are the routing table, and directly connected VLAN 10 and directly connected VLAN 20 and directly connected VLAN 30. So these are the routing information. Now switch is now acting as like a router. Now try to ping. Root, and from this device to this device we can able to reach working. Now try to ping from this device to 20 VLAN 20 to 30. Ping 192.168.30.20. Understood? And ping from 30 to 30, same VLAN at different location. 30 to 30, earlier it was ping. Again, it is pinging or not. We'll verify it. Yes, it is pinging. And now ping from different PC, that is VLAN 10 at different location 20. And check the R table also. R minus A. So we'll get only the under network ARC only. Whichever the network is there, in that network only we'll get the ARC table. If you will not get the different network ARC addresses. If you want to check those things, show MAC address. Acting as an entry device. We can show MAC address table. There will get entire thing. And L2 device will maintain the CAM table, content addressable memory. So fast Ethernet 0/1 and 0/4. 0/1 and 0/4. These are the interfaces. And switch, how many interfaces are available? That many interfaces having the MAC address. And switch also exists the MAC address. So version. So spanning tree. It's a switch MAC address. This is a switch MAC address of whichever the root bridge is there. Okay, we'll discuss those things later on. So interface trunk. Yes, do you have any questions? See guys, anyone got the question like in between, we have not configured any trunk port in between. We configured or not? I have configured this port as a trunk and this port as a trunk.
Yes, you have configured before.
On which port I have configured?
If
This port.
fast Ethernet 1 and 4.
First Ethernet 0/1 and 0/2 I have configured. These ports are a trunk. Zero by 1 and 0/2. Those are the auto mode now. These are the auto mode. And show interface trunk. This port, it's on. Mode is on. So mode to interface fast Ethernet 0/4. This is the interface entire thing available here. Fast Ethernet protocol up and bandwidth and delay timer and 100 Mbps and full duplex, entire thing is available here. And for this interface MAC address is for this one. And switch port. This is a switch port information. Now tell me, I have enabled in this port as a trunk. In this port, trunk mode. By default, .1 queue is enabled. Operation is trunk. The negotiation is on. That is the reason. So we'll discuss now DTP. Anyone question having this lab? What I am trying to explain. Configure terminal, interface, fast Ethernet, 0/4 and switch port mode. And this is thing I'm planning to explain now. That is DTP. So for switch virtual interface, do you have any question? We can reach out to any VLAN to any VLAN. Ping 192.168 at 30.10 is the same location, but VLAN is different and different VLAN and different location again. This is all about switch virtual interface. Now I'll stop the recording for this.